So Opossum Country, that was the actual Game Boy homebrew horror game. And then we got another one here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ptolomaea. It's spelled Ptolomaea. This is a game by Tooth and Claw on itch.io. It is Game Boy inspired, but it is not an actual Game Boy homebrew game like Opossum Country. So let me get this set up. Give me 1 second. So this window is ridiculously tiny. I wonder if I can play it through the OBS viewfinder. That might be better. Nope, I gotta play it in this tiny ass window. Hopefully it looks good on your end, but I am upscaling it by a ridiculous amount. Like, this is a very tiny window. Know this child, suffer does the wolf, bathes in the blood. So true. I didn't even get to read it. All right. I am such a sucker for dithering effects and like low resolution, low poly, low resolution, like dithering effects and whatnot. I'm already in love with this. Bathed in the blood of the lamb. So true. I'm always saying this. I'm gonna move this. Can I move this window? I just want to play it through like the OBS viewfinder, but I can't. Tiny ass window. All right, what do we got? Can't move up or down. I can only arrow keys and V to interact. Kind of reminds me of the house from PT a little bit. Is this also a Game Jam game? I believe so. Do you guys remember that one quote-unquote deep web horror game, Sad Satan? I'm kind of getting a vibe of like sort of similar vibe. But I love this graphical style, this art style. Any sort of dithering, low resolution, low poly. I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal pain. I am the way to go among the lost. Okay, interesting. September 27, 1991. Were alerted of, reported a strange smell coming. Police discovered. Perhaps we're in a serial killer's house, who may or may not be a religious zealot. That shit had actual illegal shit in it and was a publicity stunt for some YouTube channel, wasn't it? I've heard that story before. I think the story goes that the Let's Play channel that received Sad Satan, he quote unquote got it from an email sent from a viewer, but all of the evidence suggests that he actually made the game himself as a publicity stunt for his channel. I don't know how true any of that is, but the whole Sad Satan thing was pretty interesting. I don't think we have a definitive answer as to what the deal was with that game. If the dude made it himself or if it really came from the deep web. But interesting stuff. The door has opened. I love this. I love the way this looks. I am such a sucker for this. Isn't that the Lord of the Rings font? It very well may be. It looks like it. It appears to be a dead body. Got the key. Yeah, this is reminding me of visually of Sad Satan, but the layout of the house reminds me of PT. Speaking of Konami and PT, the new Silent Hill is pretty good from what I've heard. It's kind of a miracle that Konami made a new video game in any capacity. Have I ever played Faith? No, but I've been meaning to get around to that. I've heard very good things about Faith. Hey Doodle, welcome to the stream. If I could own one creepypasta game but it doesn't kill you, what would it be? Probably the Haunted Majora's Mask Ben Drowned cartridge. If I'm keeping it $1.50 with you, Ben Drowned is kind of a certified hood classic. Through me, you go into a city of weeping. Through me, you go into eternal pain. Through me, you go amongst the lost people. We're in John Wayne Gacy's house or something. This is definitely the abode of a serial killer. September 27th, 1991. The mother, a father was in blood, lack of remorse. You guys have to understand, this is literally a 240 pixel window and it's very hard to read the font. I'm trying my best to read this, but the window is tiny. What if you got the King Kong version of Ben Drowned instead? Even better. That is such a funny video. The fact that it was made by Jaducible as well. It wasn't just a parody of Ben Drowned. It was made by the guy that wrote it. Faith is cool, never played it, but you watched a lot of it. Yeah, I've been meaning to get around to playing it for a while now. Zoom in your eyes, dummy. It's... how could I have been so foolish? Of course. Google enhance. Door has opened. Oh, Atro, you haven't seen King Kong.wmv? You gotta watch it. It is hysterical. Man, this is so cool. I'd love it. Everything that I've ever played off of Itch.io is just really neat. The games themselves are usually only a couple minutes long, but I live for stuff like this. This is my favorite thing about getting spooky with it, just playing ROM hacks and weird Itch.io stuff and RPG Maker games. I'm a huge proponent of the idea that limitations breed creativity, and these Game Jam games are a pretty good example of that, I feel. When you're only given a week or a month to make an indie game, come up with some creative stuff. Do not be afraid. Our fate cannot be taken from us. It is a gift. This is so damn cool. I definitely think PT was an inspiration for this, though, in terms of the actual quote-unquote gameplay. September 27th, 1991. In Axe, we, not my fault, left alive and tortured. This is Edward Gein's house, or Ted Bundy or something. And I love that humming. It's not even music, it's just low droning humming. It's so good. There was something gushing back there? Missed it. You guys have a bigger window than me actually playing the game. Like, dead body? We've seen the dead body. Are you sure that you guys aren't tripping out? Oh. There's a famous Game Jam game called the Ludum Dare. Recently they did a contest in the theme of was small or something. There was a Daytona racing type game. It was racing through a small ass parking building. That sounds a lot like Zestboy Ice Racing. Pure pity only lives when it's dead. Even the iron still fears the rot. if I had my own place, I don't know why, but I am a sucker for wood paneled walls and like shag carpet. That cheesy 1970s home decor interior design. Shag carpet and wood panel walls is so cozy to me, and I don't know why. Because it's literally like the home of a serial killer, so it shouldn't be, but it just is to me for some reason. September 27, 1991. I can't even read that. Escape. I tried to save blank escape. That's all I was able to read from that. This window is so small. Guy who has only played Zest Boy Ice Racing. Getting real Zest Boy vibes from this. It is very well possible that I'm the only person on the planet that has beaten and played Zest Boy Ice Racing. You were bound to the sins of your fathers long before your conception. I don't know if I agree with that assessment. I don't know if that's a fair thing to place upon a human being. But I guess I'm not necessarily qualified to talk about that. I'm just a gamer. That was like a Hilux enemy right there. I mean, I guess by default it would make me the #1 Zest Boy Ice Racing speedrunner, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person with recorded evidence of actually beating that game. September 27th, 1991. Scene was so gruesome. Left to identify. Man, this is so cool. I really am just a huge sucker for this aesthetic. It's not necessarily low poly, it's low res, just with crazy dithering effects. And a single color palette. I adore this stuff. More games need to look like this, in my opinion. I am no good nor evil. I am the face of love's rage. That's a bar. That's cold as hell. Hello? The bye-bye man? Door has opened. Me. Oh, that was you, Flamingo? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I do wish the window was resizable. I wish I wasn't playing this on a tiny 240 pixel like window screen, but you could resize the window while still having the low resolution aesthetic of the game. Just don't make the resolution scale with the window scaling, you know? This is, I live for this shit. Like, this is my favorite part about getting spooky with it. This is why this is my favorite month of streaming. Just playing random itch.io stuff. I will never get tired of these tiny little bite-sized indie games, especially these spooky ones. I love it. If I could play this stuff year-round, I would, but then it wouldn't be as special. Too much of a good thing is never a good thing, but you save the spooky, scary stuff for October, just that 1 month. It makes it all the more special. Creepypasta Watch Party. We did 1 volume of Creepypasta Corner. I'm gonna do another one this week. Were you not there for the Dilbert Creepypasta, Ichiro? Ooh, out in the woods. Kane Pixels does good stuff. Also, Vibing Leaf. Vibing Leaf is a great creepypasta recreation channel. I love their videos. Run then, child. You can't hide from me forever. Says you. The bye-bye man got us. That was cool. Very repetitive. I mean, it's a game jam game. We just walk down corridors, but I am such a fan of that low resolution, single color palette, like very limited color palette aesthetic. I just wish I could have made it a little bit bigger. If I could have made the window larger so I could read it better. That was really cool. Not actual Game Boy Color homebrew. This was made in Unity, but it has a very decidedly Game Boy sort of aesthetic. Very cool. Vibing Leaf does recreations of classic creepypasta stories in the form of videos, and I cannot recommend Vibing Leaf's videos enough. They are so good. So good. But there you go. That was Ptolomaea? Still don't know how to pronounce it. Ptolomaea by Tooth and Claw and Opossum Country by Ben Jelter. Both very cool experiences. Check them out for yourself. They're free on itch.io. Really cool stuff.